And we are underway. Home whites for NC State, the darker jerseys for USC. I'm Beth Mullins alongside Debbie Antonelli.
Two incredible brands in the women's game that know nothing but winning. They have had success over the last couple of years, and NC State is built on speed, but so is USC. Both teams' transition defense will be tested today.
And off the miss from Zam Jones. Terrific guard play, Debbie, for NC State with Zam and Zoe in particular. And the tip up and in from Kennedy Smith.
The #1 recruit in the country coming out of high school last year. She's got a lot of accolades behind her name. And she's going to be tested here today against the Wolfpack.
Tilda Trieger takes the inbound. Really solid guard play. And then Trieger in the paint for NC State. Good defense the first time for USC, but Brooks able to wrap it around and a chance at a three-point play.
Defense and guarding the basketball off the bounce. This is what NC State is good at. Their guards are quick.
As we take a look at who is on the floor, brought to you by Ally, and there is a look at Southern Cal. Kara Dunn is the transfer from Georgia Tech, who has had terrific games against NC State in the past. Tournament after they lost Juju Watkins, still were a hair's breadth away from the Final Four.
Yeah, and she's playing in a very competitive Big Ten like the NC State's playing in the ACC. You know, the balance or your feet under your shot. Let's see if NC State's transition defense can be better. Let's see if Southern Cal's shot selection can be better.
Oh, hanging for the block is Samuels after it looked like Iwuchukwu was going to have free run of it at the rim.
Is getting behind the NC State defense.
Overall #1 recruit coming out of high school a year ago out of Clackamas, Oregon. On the drive, they attack the freshman, and that's Devin Quigley coming in off the bench.
If you don't, both teams are looking to go off the bounce and attack closeouts.
Jones, and they finally are able to rattle one in after starting the night 0 for 6. Senior from Riverside who spent her first 3 years at UCLA before transferring. There's an offensive putback for Khamil Pierre.
She was a double-double last year at Vandy.
Davidson short on the shot. Quigley with a nice box out. And here comes Zam Jones, and there's Pierre beating everybody down the floor. Timeout SC.
Eyes to the rim. Jones delivers to Pierre. NC State up by a possession. Lindsey Gottlieb's coming out of the timeout running their Princeton offense.
Stripped away by Brooks. Zoe running with Quigley. And off the ball fake, Devin Quigley's been a nice spark off the bench for State.
Late in the clock, Cox had to fire.
Trieger is there trying to clean it up. Pitches it out to Quigley, an open look. Got it. Quigley has 7 off the bench here in the first for State. Final minute. Slashing to the rim and laying it up and in for USC is Diana Mendez, the sophomore from Paris, France.
What a move.
Lunan, good defense that time from Jones, and then Lunan able to knock it loose, and here comes Brooks. Which equals the amount of time Debbie was sitting down in the pregame. For 2 hours, she just roamed around talking to everybody. 3 ball is good. Okay. You cannot give her looks.
Look, you going to keep going under?
Breakout women's basketball superstars in the second largest market in the country. Probably back to the days of Cheryl Miller, Tina Thompson, Lisa Leslie. And they will score a bucket inside Rose Shadida. Cynthia Cooper, McGee era.
They like to run that Iverson stuff over the top, and they don't really get anything. And that's the first 3 of her career, Beth.
Breaking through for her first bucket. Of course, growing up in Clackamas, Oregon, she spent a lot of time watching Sabrina Ionescu, the terrific three-point shooter, now in the W, of course, and with the U.S. national team. Davidson gonna try it back-to-back. And Brooks with the leak out and the lay-in. Zam Jones, head up, pass, picked off. Uncharacteristic with a lot of turnovers here in the first half for NC State. And Jones will make them pay at the other end. Leads all scorers with 11, and SC's lead is up to 4. 4 minutes into this second quarter. Shot blocked by Davidson. Now Trieger in the trail. Got it. Brooks somehow found Samuels underneath for the lay-in.
Good job by Caden Samuels. Over at the bench, eyes behind the back of her head. Samuels behind the defense and scores a bucket.
Here is Lunan.
Khamil Pierre pointed and said, pass the ball down to the baseline so that I can get position and make a move. And coming off the ATO, that's the second time that Westmore has dialed up a play for her.
Nice slash to the bucket. Jones able to find Samuels. Krieger thought about the three. Pierre down on the low block, muscles one up and in.
It's a good thing Pierre can catch everything that comes in there.
Here's Kennedy Smith, rattles one in.
Just a simple naked side ball screen action.
Part of their big freshman class last year out of Chino, California, a former high school player of the year in the state. Gottlieb has done a terrific job keeping a lot of the talent at home. Final minute, first half. Good back and forth for the Big Ten and the ACC. And Jones again. The youngster Lunan chooses to go under and Jones buries it.
Or they just go 1-4 flat and let Zoe go.
Zoe goes. Zoe scores.
Sometimes you don't need a screen.
V1 all day long. She'll take that. Let's get you to the studio, Zubin and Dre. Opened up her NC State career with a double-double against Tennessee. Off the bounce, and let's see if that's going to get Jazzy Davidson going. Davidson looking for a screen. There she goes again, off the bounce.
You think Lindsay Gottlieb said the same thing I was thinking at halftime? They like Trieger on the pop, and they like that high-low game.
Pierre tried to keep it in play and does. Samuel short corners it and gets it to go. They beat the shot clock buzzer. Davidson off the cross. Gets a foot in the paint again, and after a 1-for-10 first half, she is 3 for 3. Fades. Trieger, offensive rebound, that won't go. Pierre, another one. Davidson got a piece of it, and Pierre relentless on the glass, but can't convert. Pierre with the face up, and the skip pass to Trieger. Nails it for 3.
Really nice skip over the top of the defense.
Jones able to keep that dribble alive. Went to the right hand, even though the left was available. Brooks with the push, blocked by Jazzy. Multiple missed layups here for USC, and the good ball fake from Quigley.
Really nice.
As we see both sides abiding to that here today. Davidson 4 for 4 to start out the second half. Brooks takes that one herself and scores it.
He might have got away with a little hook right there.
These two coaches do not shy away from a tough schedule. They want the challenges in the regular season. They're going to get them, including a day like today. Davidson again hits the triple. And the freshman has announced herself on the national stage.
She's growing up right in front of our eyes right here in the second half.
Brooks off the hezzy and off the window.
Belk and the Hendricks group, the Duke's Mayo. I mean, you keep go on and on. There's just been so many incredible sponsors that have invested in this to make this a special event here.
Second chance points there. Next year will be a double header, and the year after that it's UConn, South Carolina, as Trieger runs the floor. In play for a triple-double shot for Zoe over the last 11.5 minutes. Jones splits the defense and scores on the lay-in.
That's the advantage of being a smaller guard right there. Just can get through spaces. And then Zoe Brooks with the drive. Samuel's tired, so they need Zam Jones on the floor for her defense.
But it gives NC State possession. Brooks will take advantage of that possession. Smith may have gotten away with an extra step there, and now State with numbers. Looking for a shooter, they find one. Zam Jones, cold off the bench for 3.
Hits her first basket going to break. Let's see if they can get her going a little bit.
So she's back out there with Zoe Brooks, who had 9 in the third, and looking for more, and she'll get it. Hangs swings and hits.
A weight room bucket. Look at the fouls. Not only did she get fouled once, she got fouled twice.
Davidson will try for three, and she'll hit it from deep.
Get caught underneath the screen. NC State has not executed well.
Pull up. Hardly touched iron, but the offensive rebound is there. Laura Williams, the redshirt freshman out of Tampa. See if Kennedy gets established here in the fourth. High off the glass for Kennedy Smith. Brooks looking to attack the smaller defender, scoops it up with the opposite hand.
So many creative finishing skills at the rim.
Has Trieger in front of her. Nice drop off. Filling the lane, Raushadita.
You got to protect the basket first. Quarter, and now she's reading the D and dropping it off to Gerda inside.
Brooks. Sam Jones back on the floor and knocking it down. And now the freshman is the one initiating the offense for Southern Cal. Smith, Cox trying to stay in front of her, and Kennedy spins and scores. NC State has all four remaining and the possession arrow right now. USC in the bonus, and that's rattled in. Cara Dunn back out on the floor now for USC. That gives them another weapon.
They're trying to pick on Maddie Cox right here. Smith
kept the pivot foot and scores. And now numbers for SC on the run. Jones to Davidson, back to London for three. Got it. Good work together.
Really nice job. You attack, you make Jones help off the corner.
Trieger has to kick it out, and now it's a race against the shot clock. Samuels, good help defense. Jones has to jack, and there's Pierre Weeks. Around and out, and she misses both, and now a two-pointer could win it for Southern Cal.
So they're sticking with their matchups, and they're not putting
Davidson's got it, and she gets the layup with 8 seconds to go. Timeout, NC State.
Just a really nice job and a great pass.
Right on her at the hash mark. It's Sam Jones. Now it's Brooks. Couple of dribbles off the bounce. Blocked and taken away by Samuels. As it stands, Jazzy Davidson has a game winner. Will it stay that way?
They're throwing
They try and lob over the top, and it's picked off. And USC with a ferocious rally here in the